Ladies and gentlemen, Titan Nation, how's everyone doing? Welcome back. Going live on a Saturday night. Yes, it's not usually what I do, but I kind of wanted to talk to y'all. It's a really big game. Got a good show for you guys tonight. So I'm excited to be here. And let's welcome in everyone little by little. People will trickle in, so want to give everyone a second or two. Got a couple things I wanted to talk about before before I go into my spiels, before I go into the matchup. Obviously, we're going to be breaking down the Titans versus Eagles pregame live. So again, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys, whoever has clicked on this, that are watching, that rewatched it, that watched it live. Appreciate you guys very much. It's going to be a good matchup. It's going to be a good show, you know. So just want to say, if you haven't shared, you haven't liked, you haven't been following the page, the channel, please do. Like I said, it's one of the things I love doing is connecting with Titan Nation. It's one of the things I love doing the most. This is the closest I can get with live interaction, other than being at the game, is these lives. So again, welcome everyone. Thank you guys so much. You guys are family, Titans family. We're about it. Thank you guys so much for clicking on my face and still putting up with me. Because again, you didn't have to be here. You don't have to watch the show. So I appreciate you a lot for showing up. But you're a big Titans fan, just like me. That's why my wall's decorated. That's why I have this channel. It's just to show how much I love the Titans. Can talk about them 24/7, just like you guys. That's why you guys listen, because like I said, you guys are part of the show as well. So if you're watching, leave a comment. If you're watching live, leave a comment. I'll post it up, man. This is what it's about, especially on a Saturday night. Thank you for taking your time. Let's go. I hope you guys are enjoying. Got a couple things I need to talk, but before that, we got a lot of people. We got some people in the chat room. Got St. Louis Titans fan. What's up, man? How you doing, Austin? How's everything, buddy? Thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoy it. Get some popcorn. Relax. Game day's not yet. It's tomorrow, but we're hyped about it. Derek, my man. How you doing, Derek? Tighten up, my friend. It's game day almost. Let's go. Ryan, what's up, Ryan? What's up, Mr. Titan? How you doing, bro? Tighten up. Hey, man, I'm doing great, Ryan. How are you doing, Ryan? I'm psyched. Like I said, we have a good good show for you, and I'm excited that you guys are here. Tighten up. Let's go. I'm ready to go. Oh, we got Bryce up in here. What's up, my guy? What's up, Bryce? How you doing? Bryce had a funny story about him going to the Denver game and having a hot dog. He spilled a hot dog on a Denver Broncos fan, but hey, that's cool with me. It's pretty funny. He likes it. He said, "Oh, I don't have to be here. Okay, bye." Hey, don't do that to me, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it with me. Let's have some fun. Let's have some laughs. Who's this? Oh, we got Holly. What's up, Holly? How you doing? You got the little white girl thing. Hi, yeah, hey. You got Haley. What's up? How you doing? Let's see. Hey, everything's going well. My mom just just ready to hopefully watch AJ get less than 100 yards tomorrow. That's the big thing, guys. Tomorrow, is it a revenge game? Is it not? What do you guys think? Do you guys think that's an AJ Brown revenge game, or maybe it's a Titans revenge on AJ Brown? Right? Just the way everything ended up folding with AJ Brown. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But before that, I wanted to mention a couple things while I have you here. All right, guys. On Twitter, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, please make sure you follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Mr. Titan 5 is, I think, the Instagram. I think that's the Twitter. If it's not, someone write it down. I'm sorry. I don't know off the top of my head. But we're doing something here. It's called, on Twitter, it's called Come Help Make a Family's Dreams Come True for Christmas. All right. There's a group of us on Twitter. Again, nice folks on Twitter. We're trying to help out the community, help out the Titans community. We're trying to pick one family to help support them. Maybe they're struggling with their finances. Maybe they're struggling. Maybe getting another person or their family, one of their loved ones, a gift for Christmas. And what we're doing is we're raising money, and we're gonna treat that family to something special. I can't say it because they might actually be watching the show, so I can't tell exactly what we have planned. But we have really really good things. This group, like I said, it's not just me. We have a group of people that are gonna help make someone's Christmas special, and that's what it's about. And I said it before on the platform. It's not only this platform is not just about Tennessee Titans. It's not about only me. It's about Titan Nation in general, helping people out. I want this platform not for just social media and videos and stuff. I want to do more with the platform, and I feel like with that and helping people out and reaching out to people, I think that's what the Mr. Titan channel is all about. And as I'll do as much as possible to help people out. I love helping people out. I love people in general. So if I could do that, um, like I said, if you guys want to help out, okay, the Venmo for mine is Mr. Titan 5. It's down there below. I don't know if you guys can see that. Cash App is little cash sign Mr. Titan 1104. PayPal is Mr. Titan 5. Like I said, it's a group of us that had a really good idea, and hey, like I said, let's continue. Let's try to affect people. Let's try to help people out. And this is one of the things for Christmas that we're trying to do. If you want to donate $5, $4, a dollar, anything would help us to reach our goal and to help a family out. We already have a family in mind that we're shooting for. Now we just got to get the funds. And sorry, because I wish I had water. Um, we're trying to get to help this family as much as possible. So, like I said, any donation is good with me. It's okay. Like I said, the Venmo, all the Cash App, the PayPal, all that stuff is down below in the little scroll bar. I'll leave it for the majority of the show so you guys can see. And like I said, if you can't do it, hey, it's no problem. If you can, a dollar, $5, $10, anything helps. But just trying to make a good cause, trying to help some good people out, and trying to make that's what Christmas is about, guys. It's about giving, and it's about helping each other out, helping not only Titan fans but humans in general. So if we could do that, if we can accomplish this, if I could do this, I mean, it's just going to be great, and I'm really excited what we have planned. And like I said, things could escalate, things could get even bigger and better, and we could do this maybe every month or something. Just try to help someone out, try to touch someone. Well, that sounded weird, but you know what I meant. So let's see. Melissa says, "What's up, Melissa? Jones sounds like a great idea. I'm playing. I love making people's day, especially this time of year. You know what people are going through, so it's always good to help those in need." Exactly. That's one thing that's it's crazy. You never know what someone's going through. And I think I posted that on Twitter as well. It's like, hey, it doesn't hurt to be kind. Like, why not? That's one of the biggest things I try to do every day. It's like try to help someone out, and it's not trying to do it for recognition. It's not doing it for clout. It's not doing it. It just it feels good. It really does feel good, like to actually help someone out without expecting anything, or So, oh, sorry, my throat. It's itchy. I've been talking a lot. So, like I said, guys, if you guys want to, uh, if you guys want to donate, you guys can donate. If you guys don't want to, totally understand. But it's there. Uh, why Haley got to get me water? I got my own water. Holly, you about to get blocked, girl. But like I said, let's see. Hold on. Let's get to the show. Let's start getting to uh Titans versus Eagles pregame. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this. All right. Well, hold on. He said, "Hey man, I gotta go study for the final. Just wanted to hop on real quick. Send the St. Louis Titans fans to me, man. Have a good one." So, okay, let's talk about this game, guys. Okay, before we talk about the game, let's talk a little bit about talk about the Eagles, and we'll talk about the Titans, their previous games. Again, obviously, the Titans lost to the Bengals yet again. It was a very ugly showing. We got bullied on offense and defense, and we got outcoached. Okay. Cheers. Good game for the. Hold on. So shout out to the Bengals fans because you guys won. It was. I mean, they showed up and we didn't. Uh, we looked a little flat. I won't lie. The team itself just looked. I don't know if they used all their energy on the Thursday night game against the Packers because we scored the most points that game in the whole year. But we just came out really, really flat. Derek, you are correct. But offensively, we really didn't get anything going. We didn't look good. We came. Bengals were just the better team that day. For the Eagles versus the Packers, the Eagles look nasty. They're 10-1, the best record in the NFL right now. What's up, man? Tornado, let's go. Tighten up. God, I need some water. Hopefully my son's not here. Whatever, he's not going to give me water. The Eagles look good, guys. The Eagles look really, really good against the Packers, but so did we. They ran the ball effectively. Jalen Hurts, he's going to be probably the defining factor in this game. I feel like if we can control Hurts, we can control the game. The only thing is how the Titans come out, and it sounds a little like obvious. Obviously, it depends on the Titans, but this offense and how we're doing, how we're going with it, right? I mean, this team has two identities technically. You had the Green Bay Packers game, which we look unstoppable. We look like a top 5 team easily against the Green Bay Packers. Offensive play calling was nice. Offensive line was pushing. I mean, we just looked. Defense looked good, even though we had some injuries and stuff like that. We still looked like a decent, complete team. Then you come out to the Bengals, and then all of a sudden we were flat. What's up, Rossi? How you doing, bro? We look flat. All right, we look really, really flat, and just didn't look like a good football team. So it's really hard to say like, hey, yeah, I think the Titans are going to win, or I think the Titans are going to lose. But I mean, if you have those separate entities, now don't get me wrong, if the Titans come out and play like they did against the Green Bay Packers, I think we have a good chance of winning and beating any team in the NFL. It's just facts. Now, if we come out like we did against the Bengals, then yeah, we have a totally different story. We have a totally different story. Eagles wise, AJ Brown. Let's talk. Let's start talking about. Hold on. I'm scared to drink this water that's over here because it's been out for a while. It's my son's water, but I'm dying here. Give me a second, guys. Hopefully I don't. Let's see what Rossi says. He says, I feel like we're just not physical enough against the Bengals, which is true. We weren't. I think they play with a different fire this week. I think, well, at least they'll keep it close and pull it out. We got to get the run game. We have to if we're going to win this game. And it's pretty much on point on most of the stuff. I mean, I think with what happened last week and how we got bullied, I don't think you get that same output with this Tennessee Titans team. Um, I really think that Mike Rabel will keep this team on check, and I think they'll come out with a little bit more fire and and maybe just a little bit more potential, which could possibly happen. And hopefully, it does light a fire under their ass because that's, I mean, let's just say it. They got bullied. We got bullied nasty. Got bullied really, really nasty. And you know what? We could say almost. Um, got to bring the fire this week, especially knowing AJ Brown's gonna want to show up against us, and that's the only problem. To be honest with people might hate it, but I believe AJ Brown will probably go. Probably go off. I mean, we really haven't been really good against wide receivers. All the time, all the time. But yeah, so I think AJ Brown will probably have a really, really good game. You know, it's happened. It happened. T. Higgins went over 100 yards on us. I mean, there's been multiple wide receivers that played against us this year alone that's had over 100 yards. Um, it just for some reason, if they play against the run defense, then we're good. We're good. Even though we did get a little bullied on the run game as well, but that's comes from the defensive and offensive linemen. But at the same time, that doesn't really happen with the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans run defense is really, really good, and as long as we can contain, Derek said, "Hold on." Derek says AJ will have 3 catches for 20 yards max. Watch, he's gonna get shut down. I hope so. I hope so too, man. But like I said, don't be surprised. Usually it happens like that. People that get traded in the offseason and play their team again. We'll see what happens with Deshaun Watson against Houston Texans. That's gonna be it. That'll be interesting, you know? Oh my boy, Chad, what's up? Now you're in Vegas. I know you just left you left LA. Now you're in Vegas. Hopefully everything's good, brother. Love seeing you, by the way, on the big screen at Nissan Stadium. It's a dope ass video that they have you, and it's cool that you have you. I like it. Derek gonna be the big key this week. The O line needs to create holes for him to run, and we need to control the clock. And that's probably one of the biggest things that the Tennessee Titans are gonna do, right? But not even creating holes, because the Bengals game, he didn't get to even run through the holes because the offense line couldn't hold anyone. So they need to have that front they need to step up their A game and give them a chance. The thing I was talking about with Mike about, if you guys haven't seen the last post game video with the Bengals, I had Mike on. We talked about his step. They had Derrick Henry before he even had his third. If you let Derrick Henry have those 3 steps, he gets enough momentum there. It's hard to bring him down. But he was still on his second step in the backfield. They were getting him for losses. Usually, you get Derrick Henry, and it's usually he doesn't have any. He doesn't gain yards, or he'll at least gain at least 1 or 2 still because he's falling forward. This time, he didn't even get that momentum. That offensive line was crumbling, and he didn't have a chance to even start to gear on which hole he was going to go through. So you need to, like I said, you guys need, the offensive line needs to step up big. Thank God Ben Jones is coming back, shakes things up. Hopefully gets that offensive line a little bit more confidence. Like I said, the offensive line, it starts with the offensive line, because this is what happens. We get shut down. They shut down Derrick Henry, and then it's the passing game. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but then it closes down the play action. And we need to be a little bit more discreet on what plays we're running, not be so. I hate it. I hate it. 1st and 10, we're running it. Why do you think that the Burks play worked so well? Because it was a play action on 1st and 10. Perfect. You got to throw that in once in a while. You got to get these teams scared a little bit of the deep ball. If we keep running and throwing little slants and little, screens, there's no threat down below. You got to go deep sometimes. Even, like I said, even if it's in what? Even if it's an incomplete pass, you gotta throw the ball. You gotta let the defense know that we'll still take chances throwing them the ball. That's one of the things that this team really really needs, and needs to kind of mix up the plays and stuff. I understand. Yes, I understand some of the screens work. I understand that, but you can't be throwing the ball when you're inside the 20-yard line, throwing it to swing. You know, you can't be throwing it to swing. I'm sorry. Get Chig involved. Get Hooper. Hooper has been playing. Let me tell you guys, Hooper has been playing since he said they're gonna put him on the trade block. He's been playing again, lights out. Really surprised how he kind of turned it around, and I'm really happy for him. I'm really really happy for him. I picked him when the beginning of the year. He was gonna be like my offensive surprise player of the year. He was gonna, and I was like, okay, we got Austin Hooper. He can block. Um, he's gonna help him out, cut swing in the offseason, hopefully. Um, I was like, Hooper's the pick. That was my surprise pick. And he kind of, to be honest with you, he kind of let me down for the past couple weeks until they said they were going to put him. There was rumors about him being on the trade block, and I was like, okay, maybe it just didn't work out with Hooper. And all of a sudden, Hooper starts making catches, starts being more involved. Same thing with Chig. I want him to be more involved. I think that helps us out a lot, especially for such a young team. It helps out the receiver wise, just as rookies. Traylon Burks is getting more and more looks, which is good. He's getting that confidence. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to do for a wide receiver, is give him that confidence. Again, it's very shaky. And, it's his first year. You got to let him get comfortable. Let him catch some balls. Get him more involved. Keep getting him more involved. I want him involved early in the game. Same thing with Chig. They need to have Chig out there. I think if you involve those three players and don't rely on Derrick Henry so much, because that's the problem, guys. They rely on Derrick Henry so much, and then that's a lot on one player, especially a running back. Like, no, you can't rely on Derrick Henry to solve our problems. We're gonna have to deep down in the trenches and pull some. Someone needs to step up. It can't be just Derrick Henry alone. So, like I said, get Traylon, get him involved. Chig, get involved. Austin Hooper. Those are like the three guys that have been showing up every game so far, obviously, including Derrick Henry. And let's talk about Tannehill. Tannehill has to make those passes. He has to make those decisions. Be smart with the ball, for the most part. But that, like I said, that offensive line, it's hard. It's hard to throw with the offensive line doing that. It's really really hard, especially trying to get back in the pocket and have a clean pocket. One thing on defense that was a problem too was they let Joe Burrows have all day to throw. He had a clean pocket all the time to throw the ball. You can't do that because Jalen Hurts is going to hurt us. Jalen Hurts is going to hurt us. Yeah. You can't let him have. You can't let him. You have to pressure him. You got to get a hand on him. You got to put him down. You got to rough him up. You got to almost have to play. You almost have to kind of play like how we play Patrick Mahomes. I feel like it's a similar style of how you defend a Jalen Hurts. Again, a quarterback that's very mobile. That's a little. I think Jalen Hurts, to be honest with you, is more mobile than Patrick Mahomes, um, and a lot quicker. So you have that. Um, you gotta prepare like that. You gotta contain him and make you beat you with his arm. That's the problem though, is that the Titans don't do good with especially with wide receivers, and Jalen Hurts can throw the ball. It's not bad at it either, and that's usually it's unique. Sometimes it's hard to find, but there comes along where you have uh, a really good quarterback that can run and throw the ball. Usually, it's one or the other. He can run, but he can't throw. And he can throw, but he can't run. Um, Jalen can do that, and that's something we have to limit ourselves. And like I said, we have to disguise the blitzes. We have to put pressure on him, and every time we have pressure, he has to hit the ground. We have to frustrate him, just like we did Mahomes for. I mean, unfortunately, most of the game until the end. Everyone remembers that game. But if you keep them like that, you keep them contained, you keep them frustrated, the Titans have a chance. The Titans have a really good chance of winning the game. And it wouldn't surprise me, though. That's the thing. It wouldn't surprise me that the Titans go play Green Bay Packers, dominate the Green Bay Packers, go come back home, play the Bengals, lay a goose egg, played like crap, didn't do very good, and then they come back and they play, 10-1 Eagles, best record in the NFL, and they give them a fight and they beat them. I'm not surprised anymore. Now, can we get blown out? I don't think we'll get blown out. I think that Buffalo game was early. A different team too. Injuries, just gelling it itself. That Titans team was a lot different. It's a different Titans team um, than we have now. Like I said, healthy wise, injuries are much better now than they were earlier in the season. But I feel like a lot of people have come into their own roles and stuff like that. So I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong. There could be a major blowout, but I just don't see that. I think if we can keep it close to the chest, we can pull this one off. But there's a big chance that we could lose the game. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles beat us either. So, um, I'm a little biased on that one, being like I want the Titans to win, but realistically, I mean, we could lose. I mean, there's a lot of teams that have bad records that are some sort of good, and then you have bad teams with bad records. It really depends. Like the Jags, they have a bad record, but that's still I think is a better football team than people expect, especially the record shows. I mean, when we play them, that's not going to be an easy game. First of all, it's a division game, and plus the Jags aren't bad. Yeah, I forgot what their record is and this and that, but still, like they put up points. They're going to be a tough team to play. Um, Vikings are a team that really good record. Does the record show what they really are? In my opinion, I don't think so. I don't think the Vikings are good, but I don't know. They just like I said, they walked into the Cowboys and the Cowboys got destroyed. Which talking about the Cowboys, let me tell you something. At work, this is like the first time ever at work that one of my coworkers, again, a big time Cowboy fan, can't. It's the first time ever that he is actually rooting for the Tennessee Titans to win because they're playing the Eagles, and I'm actually rooting for the Cowboys. Doesn't even sound right, but I am rooting for the Cowboys because they play the Colts, and I want the Colts to lose every single game. So it was funny we were talking about that earlier at work, and I was like, yeah, I actually want the I actually want the Cowboys to win. And I was like, wow, I just said that. That's still weird. But again, um, sorry, it was just something that was in my brain that I was talking about. But let's talk about obviously AJ Brown. Do you think AJ Brown is a revenge game for AJ Brown, or is it a revenge game for the Tennessee Titans? It depends on how you look at it. a lot of people, I think, for some reason, Titan fans they can't get over things. They really can't. There's a lot of things that still happen that you guys we're still stuck on. AJ Brown's being one of them. I mean, AJ Brown this, AJ Brown that. He talked bad about the Titans. He did this. He did this. He's still talking about the Titans. We only have to play him once, and this year. That's it. Just let AJ Brown be, okay? Could he have been the top, best wide receiver in Titans history? Could have been. It looked like he was going that way. I mean, you never know, but I mean, it is what it is. He didn't want to be here in Tennessee. Can you blame him? I don't know. He said, and then the comments about not having fun in the locker and this and that. Just drop it, guys. All right, drop it. Just drop it, just like Todd Downey did. Okay, Todd Downey is not going anywhere. Okay, I said it a million times. I'll keep saying it on this video. I keep saying all my videos. Todd Downey is not getting fired right now. It's not happening. Maybe in the offseason, yeah, there's a possibility. I don't know what's going to happen. But as of right now, this whole season, all these games, he could call the worst play. He could call the worst plays ever. Todd Downey is not going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. All right, just get over it. Stop. AJ Brown. Some people said they want. Oh yes. Man, Derek, tell me how you really feel. Damn. Derek says he's over AJ, and he wants his revenge. Haley wants her revenge. I mean, there's a couple people that want. Of course, of course you want to do that. Of course you want to, hopefully he'll catch a ball and we make him fumble or something, or we pick him off at the end of the game, win the game, seal the game. Of course, and trust me, he probably wants to do the same thing. He wants to show out. He wants to show what Tennessee like. Oh, this is why you should have kept me. You should have paid me, and he's probably gonna try to go off. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's business, and that's how I see it. AJ Brown did not want to be with the Tennessee Titans. He wanted money, and because he could have easily stayed here with the Tennessee Titans, but I mean, it is what it is, guys. Okay, so give me a second. Let me remove this thing down. Let's look at some of the stats. We're going in for this Sunday, which is tomorrow. Let's look at some of the stats, and I'll tell you guys what's happening with Jalen Hurts. All right. So, hold on. Let's talk about this Eagle team. Okay. Obviously, they play the Packers. Jalen Hurts was 16 for 28, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns. Okay. So he was slinging the ball too. It wasn't like he was just running it. Biggest rusher was Jalen Hurts. He had 17 carries, 157 yards. That is not good at all. The quarterback had 17 carries. He almost had as much as Derrick Henry did in the game. All right? You got to think about that. You got to contain that. You have to cut that in half. You can't let him have 17 yards carrying. You can't. That is terrible. That's a nightmare for Tennessee fans. That's what makes me kind of nervous, to be honest with you. And Joe Burrows, like I said, had all the time in the world, clean pocket, and there was a couple of times he actually could have ran. There was a couple of times he did, but for the most part, he didn't. This guy here, Hurts is going to run on us if he has that chance. We can't let him. 17 carries. I have to look at hold on, because I have to look at Derrick Henry and see how many carries he had. So Derrick Henry in that last game, Derrick Henry had 17 carries. Derrick Henry had the same amount of carries as a quarterback, Jalen Hurts. The difference, obviously, Hurts had 157 yards. Derrick Henry had 38 yards. One of the lowest, by the way, in Derrick Henry's career. 17 carries, 38 yards. Jeez. Woo! That's wild. That's nuts. 17 carries, 38 to 157. You got to contain it. Jalen, you got to contain Jalen. Not, it's going to be a long game, Giant Nation. It's going to be a long game. Let's look at some more stuff. Aaron Rodgers in the game he was 11 for 16, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Dylan, which is a running back, had 8 carries, 64 yards. So they were running the ball effectively because 8 carries for 64 yards. It's not bad at all. So they were running. Watson, which is a stud, is a wide receiver, 4 receptions, 110 yards, with 1 touchdown. So I mean, there's a good chance that the Tennessee Titans can have a good run game, start it early, and can control the clock and can control the game if they start early and effective running plays. Then you work in the play action, you get the wide receivers involved. Hey, it could be a different looking team. Let's look at the stats. Obviously, the Tennessee Titans, you're just truly on the Bengals game. Wasn't the greatest, but here we go, right? Like I said, Ryan Tannehill was 22 for 34, 291 yards, okay? And that went, like I said, that's a stat that a lot of people kind of throw out there and don't really realize, the yards that, Tannehill threw. He didn't throw no touchdown. I mean, he could have. Derrick Henry would have held the ball. But hey, he's, Treylon Burks' first touchdown. 22 for 34 for 291 yards. Derrick Henry, 17 carries, 38 yards. It's never good. But he was the highest. Someone's crying, sorry. Receiving yards. Derrick Henry was 3 receptions for 79 yards. Obviously, that big one, that was like screen pass. But look, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is what I'm talking about with like wide receiver wise and how we give up plays on the wide receiver. It's not good. T. Higgins was going off on us. He was having a day. 7 receptions, 114 yards, and 1 touchdown. We can't have that. We can't have that. I think the other game, who was it that kept on? I know the Chiefs game, it was Juju. Juju just was doing whatever he wanted with us. Might have been another game. I'm trying to think of another game. I know Diggs for the Bills. We just can't let these wide receivers. We have to contain these wide receivers. We really do, guys. Contain the wide receivers. Contain Jalen. Let me know, guys, down in the comments. Do you guys think you guys agree with me? You guys don't agree with me? I'm just saying, like, I see Jalen Hurts. You knock Jalen Hurts out. It's almost like Derrick Henry. You take Derrick Henry out of the game. I mean, there's an easier road ahead. Like it's almost equivalent. Knocking Derrick Henry out of the game, it's like knocking Jalen Hurts out for us. Like it's Deion Sanders. Sorry, got a notification. Deion Sanders is going to be playing for Jackson State. Breaking news on Mr. Titan Show. Okay. But yeah. Hey, there's Brooke. What's up, Brooke? How you doing? She says we need fan contact straight to parade for when we are collectively scream through it. I mean, right? I mean, there's times, and it kind of happened in the Bengals game. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I noticed that we did good until we got into the red zone. The red zone, our plays like started getting flat, kind of got It was a little bit conservative. Like they didn't want to. It's like Todd Downing. It's like they didn't want to make a, an error in the in the red zone. They didn't want to fumble it. They didn't want to throw an interception. But they barely ran any plays, any effective plays. It was just very vanilla once they got to the red zone, and then it was almost like they were okay. They were satisfied with only getting 3 points. uh, Mike says we are over AJ. He just keeps talking trash. Everybody has a tough ass until AJ gets punched in the mouth. I mean, but that's who he is. He was talk trash even when he was with the Titans. It's just that the Titans were okay with it, So like, and by the way, our kicker is gone. Now we have Fat Randy coming back, which is a good thing. A lot of people were concerned about our kicking situation. I still think we still have a kicking situation. I'm not 100% sold on Fat Randy, but I mean, he's better than the kid we had just not too long ago who shanked, an extra point. But I don't know. Like I said, this game could go either way. It really depends on the Tennessee Titans and how they show up. So let me know, guys, down in the comments. Well, let's do some predictions. All right, Tie Nation. Let's get some predictions in here. What do you think the score? You think it's going to be a high-scoring game, or you think it's going to be a low-scoring game? Again, the Titans haven't on scoring points. The Tennessee Titans aren't the greatest. So if you pick the Titans to beat the Eagles like 30-some, I mean, I'm gonna say you're going to be mistaken because that's the way the Tennessee Titans are built this year. We're not going to be scoring a lot of points. Our offensive is not. We don't have. Oh no! Oh no, Derek. I just said the Titans don't score that many points, and you're gonna throw this 31. Titans are gonna be 31. I appreciate it. Again, it's a prediction. But come on, Derek. That's bold. That's bold. I like it though. Highest scoring game this season. I mean, the highest scoring game was against the Packers, right? We get our butts kicked. Maybe we play angry. Maybe we play angry and they show up. So you know what? Brooke says 24-21. Sounds like a little bit closer of a game, I could see that happening. I mean, hopefully I can see the Titans scoring 24. Haley says 27-24. Again, a close, 3-point game, which is, but a little high for the Tennessee Titans. But hey, you never know. We might just play them. And he says, "Hey, don't come to me when it happens." I'm gonna go. I know if it happens, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna bring you onto the show. I'm gonna bring you on the show. If that happens, when they score more than 31 points, Derek, the next time I go live, which will be sometime this week for the post game, I will bring you on, and you can be like, "Mr. Tyan, you're a joke." And I'll be like, "That's fine. I made a mistake." So, bro, throw the dang ball. Second that. At least we at least can get one defensive touchdown and 2 offensive. Hopefully. Derek liked what I said. I said I'm a man of my word, man. Like I said, if they score, the Tennessee Titans score more than 31 points and get the highest, I will put you on the show. I have no problem. Textman says Titans 27-23, and Burks has a big game. And that's the thing. Oh, let's talk about it. Perfect. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Perfect example. let's talk about Traylon Burks and AJ Brown because that's what the thumbnail is. It's AJ Brown Eagles, Traylon Burks the other one, and unfortunately for Burks, that's the shadow he's going to have for the rest of his life, for the rest of his tender with the Tennessee Titans. He's always going to be not overshadowed, but there's always going to be a shadow where AJ Brown was because again he was involved in that, and it's not his fault. Again, and he talked to the media and he said it perfectly. Burks was like, hey, I'm Burks and he's Brown. We're completely different guys. I'm just going out there to play. Perfect. Don't try to compare yourself. A lot of people try to compare AJ Brown and Burks just because Burks is a number one draft first round draft pick, and then obviously he got wrapped up with the trade with AJ Brown. Don't put that. That's asking him to fail. That's not fair for him as a player. Okay, I don't try to expect it. I mean, will people kind of mirror their careers or mirror, let's say not even mirror their careers, but mirror their first season with the Tennessee Titans? Yes, absolutely. Um, I think Traylon's going to be playing with a little bit of chip on his shoulder. I really think so. I think he should. It'll be really, really nice. And I think everyone's rooting for Burks to get more receiving yards and at least maybe a touchdown or two against this Eagles team. And hey, who knows? Maybe that fumble recovery, he scored a touchdown, his first NFL, touchdown might light a fire under him. Maybe it gets him going. Maybe who knows? But yeah, but to compare AJ with him, it's not fair. It's not fair to Burks at all. That again, the situation, how that went down in the draft, it's totally not his fault. Let's see what. I hope Derek's right. Let's go. I hope so too, Brooke. I hope so too. I say Bert brings the smoke. I hope so. Who wants it more, AJ or the entire Titans team? And maybe that's another thing. Maybe this Titans team, with all AJ Brown, I know that he was a former teammate, but maybe they hear all that talk. Maybe they want to prove to AJ like, hey, you should have never left us. You never know. We again, this team plays with there's a lot of confidence behind this team, and there's a lot of unity behind this team, which is really, really good. That locker room presence, that locker room, it's very, very strong. You can tell. I think you can tell by the next man up mentality. I mean, Coach Rabel has done a lot of things. I think a lot of people are sold. I think a lot of players are sold on are sold on Mike Rabel and believe in Mike Rabel and want to play for him. So we'll see. Mike says, hopefully Burks has a day Kenny Britt had against the early years back in the, I believe, 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, that's the only thing. That was like Kenny Britt's like best game as a Titans, and then he just like fell off and he just wasn't. But yeah, hopefully, I mean, I hope so too. Or hey, let's bring another person in here, wide receiver. What about Corey Davis a couple years back against the Eagles, the overtime victory in Nissan Stadium to beat the Eagles? I mean, hey, wide receivers need to step up, and it's shown, time to time when they play the Eagles. So hey, you never know. Burks might be the next wide receiver to do it. Text man says, compared their last 3 games since Burks came back from IR, 14 205 for Burks. AJ is 10-13. Burks has a great attitude, and he is a team first guy. This is true. His attitude is totally different from AJ Brown. Totally different from AJ Brown. AJ Brown was a diva in the making already. You can tell the way he talked, the way he did stuff. He was just, yeah, And I don't think Tennessee needs that. I don't think that's why some of these wide receivers and stuff that you know, Beckham Jr. These guys they're been divas on other teams. I don't think they mesh good with the Tennessee Titans lock locker room, and I don't think they do good with the team itself because this team knows, everyone's it's a team first guy. Everyone is about the team, and I mean, let me tell you, once you get these wide receivers that are doing really really good, and most of them get diva status, and they don't want to, they think they're better than the whole team itself. So, and that's not how the Tennessee Titans are. So, time for humble to rise. Haley says friends can be petty and competitive too. Oh yeah, petty and competitive. Robert Woods is breaking records in Madden. He needs to break records on the field, okay? Okay, Bryce? We don't need him in a game in Madden. We need him in real life to be breaking records. So that's what I say about Robert Woods. But yeah, but before I let you guys go, yeah, I think that whole Traylon Burks, AJ Brown thing is a bigger deal, and I think people need just to kind of let it go and not compare them. I mean, it's hard not to compare them because again, they're built the same. But I mean, AJ Brown's completely different from Traylon Burks. And someone said, I think Mike said it before too, on here. His attitude compared to Traylon Burks is completely different. Traylon seems like we have a really, really good pick, and hopefully we can groom him. Hopefully he can break out of his shell. It seems like I said they're getting him more involved in the game, which is good. Hopefully, Tannehill's gets to trust him a little bit more. Hopefully, they can get in sync and get that QB wide receiver connection, get that thing going, because it'll be fun to see him along the line, and hopefully he can show up in the Eagles game. That's the one thing everyone's dying for. Like, yo, show up. If you're gonna show up to this game. It might not matter to you. Obviously, it matters, but it matters, to the fans. That's almost like the Bengals game. They said it wasn't a revenge game, but I don't buy that. This team knocked you out in the playoffs. It's a revenge game. Okay, there's gonna be some ill intent there. I hope Traylon keeps the same attitude his whole career in Tennessee. He seems like an awesome guy. He does. He's quiet, but he lets the ball talk for him. He lets his hands, he lets his football skills talk for him, and that's what we need. We don't need someone jabbering away, talking this, talking that. Just play your football, let your football do the talking, man, and hopefully we can see what happens like that. Before I let you guys go, if you guys haven't checked out Titans Around the World, I had a buddy of mine, Mark. He has a group called Titan Fans in San Antonio. It's a group of obviously Titan fans in San Antonio, and they go every Sunday. There's a bar that they meet up in San Antonio, and they watch. They have watch parties. It's really, really cool. I need to go there because there's a big group. And like I said, it's nothing better than watching a game with Titan fans. I go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I go to a couple of bars sometimes, and I'm the only Titan fan screaming like a lunatic by myself. And then I look to the left of the bar, and I see, a couple of Viking fans together. And I look to the right, and I see, a couple of Brown fans, but it'd be really, really nice to actually travel to San Antonio these times. But check out the episode. I think it's like 7 or 8 minutes long, nothing crazy. If you haven't, go check him out. Follow him. Follow his Instagram, follow his Twitter. Really, really cool guy. His name's Mark. I do have another video I'll be dropping later on this week. It's the last military appreciation because we're in December, but it's my buddy Leon. We talked obviously about him being in the Army. I think he was in the Army for around 13 or 14 years, which is mind blowing, but So don't forget to do that. Remember to hit the notifications if you guys don't get the notifications for my videos. I try to go live twice a week. Sometimes I can do one, sometimes I can do two. Depends. The live will last an hour. Like, be involved. Like I said, anyone that's in the chats, I'm gonna put your stuff up on the screen. I'll talk to you guys. That's the most important thing about going live, is interacting with you guys and talking. If you haven't checked out, check me out on Twitter. Check me out on Instagram. Twitter's Mr. Titan 5, I think, or Mr. underscore Titan 5. Instagram is Mr. Titan 5. So I do post a lot of little videos. I do announcements. So um, there we go, man. Look at that. Text, man. Thanks for the veteran shout out. I was in the U.S. Air Force 7 years from 89 to 95. Wow. Hey, man. Appreciate your service to our country. And hit me up with a message. Well, I want to get you on. I want to get you on, and we can share some stories on the Air Force, and we'll get you on that segment. Even though the segment's over, we can always use it for next year. So hit me up either here or hit me up in Twitter, Instagram, man. All right. Like I said before, if you guys want to, hold on, have to move this up. You guys haven't checked that out, please do. If you want to help, make a donation, help us raise money to help a family for Christmas. Uh, the Venmo's down there, the Cash App's down there, the PayPal, all of it's there. Like I said, it's going for a good cause. It's a group of us that are trying to help someone out in need. It'll be really, really nice. He says, my son Josh talks about you all the time. He is a huge fan. Well, then shout out to Josh. Shout out to Josh. Thanks a lot for watching my show. I appreciate it. Like I said, I try to give the most content I can, the most entertaining content as I can. Give you as much tie-in stuff you guys need, inject you in your veins just so you guys can enjoy it. And like I said, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Anyone who actually takes time to watch me and support the channel means a lot to me. I put my love, heart, and soul into this. I love the Tennessee Titans, and I love y'all. I love all you guys. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. What, my buddy Will? Look at that picture. Oh man, look at that. What's up, Will? How you doing, buddy? But like I said, if you guys want to donate $1, $5, $10, 20, anything would help. I do appreciate it. Like I said, if you want to DM me later, DM me through Twitter, Instagram. But it's us trying to make a dream come true for a family for Christmas. But it's just donating, the Cash App, the PayPal. I know I repeat myself a lot. I'm sorry, but just wanted to get that out there. And if you guys want to also support the channel, you can check out the brand new Mr. Titan t-shirts. It's the TKOstore.com collectives/Mr. Titan. So I have some really, really cool shirts, obviously with my logo. With my logo, it has Mr. Titan on it. It has something like this. So I have, So I'll have the Mr. Titan logo with shirts. I also have the second logo, which is Mr. Titan with the sword. So if you guys want to check that out, the shirts are really, really comfortable. They do go, I get a little bit of the commission off the shirts. So like I said, if you buy a couple shirts, you would be helping me out. But if you don't want to buy a shirt, totally understand. You don't have to, but hey, it'd be a nice little Christmas gift, just saying. But other than that, we have 15 seconds. I like to try to knock this thing out on the dot. I want to thank everyone who showed up tonight. Thank you guys so much for being on. I love you guys. Get ready for the post-game live. That'll be fun. And hopefully we get that victory against the Eagles. And hopefully we shut down A.J. Brown. Thank you guys so much. Who run it? the Tennessee Titans do. Titan Nation, let's ride. Let's ride.